Hey guys, and welcome to Happy Little Storytime with Miss Travis. We're going to share a little bit of time together, enjoy a story, and then I've got a fun little activity for you to do at the end. If you would like to take an AR test, this is Pout Fish Goes to School 2.9, and it's number 167356. Miss Dickerson told me that you guys can take an AR test on this story. All right, so write that down in your reading log. The Pout Fish Goes to School. It's written by Deborah Deason, and the pictures are by Dan Hanna. A long time ago, when Mr. Fish was very small, he headed off to school for the first time of all. With a smooch from his parents and excited for his day, Mr. Fish rushed in. Then he lost his way. The big fish around him knew exactly where to go, finding lockers, finding classes in a fast, smart flow. Mr. Fish, left behind with his grin sinking thin, finally stopped at a doorway and he shyly looked in. The class was doing writing and most everybody knew it, so he tried to print his name, but he just couldn't do it. So he flub frowned, making blub bubbles, then he plopped down his pencil and he counted off his troubles. Trouble 1, I'm not smart. Trouble 2, I'll never get it. Trouble 3, I don't belong. So 4, I should forget it. He floated with a frown down the long corridor, then he sneak-peeked a look through another room door. The class was drawing shapes and most everybody knew it, so he tried to make a rhombus, but he just couldn't do it. So he flub frowned, making blub bubbles, then he plopped down his pencil and he counted off his troubles. Trouble 1, I'm not smart. Trouble 2, I'll never get it. Trouble 3, I don't belong. So 4, I should forget it. He drifted down the hallway with a doubt face till he spied another doorway. Maybe this was his place. The class was doing math and most everybody knew it, so he tried long division, but he just couldn't do it. So he flub frowned, making blub bubbles, then he plopped down his pencil and he counted off his troubles. Trouble 1, I'm not smart. Trouble 2, I'll never get it. Trouble 3, I don't belong. So 4, forget it. He rushed toward the exit. That's enough, I say. School is way too tough, and I'm not going to stay. Then a soft, kind voice said, Don't you fret. You don't have to know things you haven't learned yet. Your classroom awaits. I'm your teacher, Miss Hewitt. I'm here to help you learn, and I know that you can do it. You're a fish who is smart. With practice, you will get it. Young fish, you belong. Don't you ever forget it. The student and the teacher swam a splish, splash, swish to a door with a sign marked Brand New Fish. Miss Hewitt said, Good morning. I'm excited you're all here. Together we will have a spectacular year. Fact 1, you are smart. Fact 2, you can get it. Fact 3, you belong. So 4, don't forget it. The class got to work and Miss Hewitt helped them through it. They listened, then they tried, and everyone could do it. Mr. Fish gave a grin. Goodbye, blub bubbles. No more doubt worry. No more flub troubles. He swam with his class, Miss Hewitt by his side, as the students and their teacher said with confidence and pride. Fact 1, we are smart. Fact 2, we can get it. Fact 3, we belong. And 4, we won't forget it. And here they are at the Kinderguppy class reunion. Guys, that is a great story. And what I want to do now is spend a little bit of time. Instead of drawing a pout fish, let's draw a happy little fish. Now, you probably can find some paper at your house, maybe use the back of a worksheet if you don't have a lot of paper. That's totally fine. And guys, I love just a plain old Ticonderoga pencil. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna sketch out the little pout fish, but we're gonna give him a happy face, I think. Now, if there's some other kind of fish that you wanna draw, that's absolutely fine. And I like to draw really lightly first, and then I'm gonna show you how I can use crayons and markers and things and make this little fish my own. All right, I like to draw really lightly, and I'm looking, and he's kind of a circle. He's got big circle eyes, but I'm going to start by drawing a circle body. I think I'm going to turn my paper side to side wide instead of up and down so that I can fit my happy little fish on here. And I'm going to draw a circle. I don't know if you can see that yet, but I'm going to draw really lightly, okay? Now, he has these big round eyes, and I'm just going to draw some circles. I'm going to let those circles actually overlap the edge. I'm going to come over here and draw another eye. And what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to worry about the fact that my lines are overlapping or that they're kind of scribbly, because I can go in and erase those things. And I can go in and create the shape that I want. And instead of a little frown, we're going to make him a happy little fish. So I'm going to create a little smile. And I can even give him a little fishy lip like this. And I'm going to give him some little fishy eyelids. And I'm going to draw the little center of his eye like this. I'm drawing really lightly. And if you have a hard time and you press down really hard, you can try holding your pencil like I'm doing, and that'll kind of help you. Okay? And I love his little fishy fin on top, so I'm going to come in right on top and add some little fishy fin shapes. And you can make those look however you want. If you want to kind of make them look like the little flub fish, you can. Pout fish. I'm going to add a little fin on the side. And again, I'm going to kind of copy what I see, but if you wanted to come up with your own shape, that's fine too. And then I'm going to add the little fishy tail. So you see how it kind of stretches out behind his body? And I'm not going to worry about it being exactly perfect. You can kind of do whatever you feel like. Make him look however you like. I'm going to make a little bit of a swish right there. And a little bit of a swish down like this. I'm going to let that little shape swish right into the little fishy body. And I can't see anything with his little backpack on, so what I can do is I can look inside of the book and I can see, oh, he's got some little fins on top. I may add one more. I might put one more like this. It's kind of whatever you feel like, guys. Whatever makes you happy. All right. Now, I could add some little eyebrows or some little details to give him a little bit of personality. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my Sharpie. So I've got some details up here. I sketched some things out. Now I'm going to go back with my marker. And I can go through and outline all the things that I want to keep. So, for example, I'm not going to draw through and add those lines inside of the eye. I'm just going to outline the part that I want to see. So I'm going to start by doing this. outlining this part of the eye that I want to show. I'm going to come in behind and outline this eye. And then I'm going to put the little line for the eyelid and the line for the eyelid. I'm going to outline the center of the eye. And I'm going to leave these lines, and I can go back afterward with my eraser and clean that up, okay? I'm going to outline my little eyebrows because I think they're kind of fun and they add a little bit of personality. I don't think he actually had eyebrows, but I want to add that. It's kind of whatever I feel like doing. I'm going to outline the little swish on top, the little fishy fins. I'm going to outline the body all the way back here to the tail. Now, if you don't have a Sharpie, you could use a black crayon, or if you have Crayola watercolor markers, you could outline with black, but you want to make sure to do that last if you're going to color with marker. All right, so I'm probably going to outline with my Sharpie, and then I'm probably going to color it with crayon, and I'll kind of demonstrate a little bit of that. So I'm going to outline all my little details. Remember, I said I want my little fish to have a smile. All right, let's see. Let me fix that like that. I'm going to outline the edge of his little face. I'm going to do the little swish along the bottom for his little fishy belly. And then I can take a peek and look at all the different decorations and details. I can add little lines in the fins. I can add the little circles and shapes, the little band at the back of the tail. So I could do like this, add some little bands. I can go in and add some lines in the fins, just to kind of add some decoration. And you guys can do whatever you want. If you want to look this up online, I bet you can look him up. If you want to create your own little fish and your own little characters, that's totally fine too. I'm going to add a few more little lines here. And to kind of keep things moving along, I'm going to stop right now. And I want to grab an eraser and show you what I mean about erasing out some of those lines. So I happen to have an eraser right here. I'm in my art studio, in case you didn't know that. You can see this is a place where I enjoy spending a lot of time. I love to create, I love to paint and draw. And this is a really fast sketch, but you can see how I can go in and erase out all the lines. And remember how I drew that circle over and over and it looked like so many lines that were going to be in the way? I can erase them clean away. I'm not going to take the time to do that over the entire picture because I want this to go a little bit quickly so you guys can get to the part where you get to draw. So with my Sharpie, I can go back and darken lines. I can make my lines thicker. So if I want to have some lines that are thicker and some that are thinner. Things that I know that I want to fill in solidly, I can do that with my Sharpie. But then, when it's all finished, I can use my crayons and I can come up with whatever kind of colors that I like. So this set of crayons, thanks to Mr. Jerry Elder, this is one of the gifts that he brought to me one time in chapel. I can choose whatever kind of colors that I like. I can go in, start adding color. And for those of you who are a little bit older, think about fun ways to layer your colors. So I can go in with a nice light blue. I'm coloring really, really quickly. But then I can go back in even with a darker shade of blue and add some shading. So for example, let me get a little bit of a base coat on here. Now obviously I would want to fill in the whole thing, but what if I did that and then what if I got a darker shade of blue? I came in right underneath the eye. And you can create this really neat little shadow and it'll kind of make those eyes look like they're popping off the surface. Okay? And this is just something you can kind of play with, play around with, layer your colors, figure out where your shadows should be, where shapes overlap, or if you want something to look like it's popping off of the surface, add a little bit of shadow around the edge. Okay? I hope you can see that and see how it creates that sense that the eyeball is creating a little bit of a shadow. So here under the lip too, I can go in and add a little bit of blue. And then go in with my darker blue. and create a little bit of shadow underneath. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop for now. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time finishing out my picture and see if I can post a picture of it when I'm finished. Now here's my challenge to you guys. I want you to come up with your own happy little fish. Now this was a great story about a little guy who was struggling, but then found the right teacher who helped him out. And that's what I love about CCS, okay? We are a school full of teachers who love our kids, and we want to help you, and we want you to learn and know that we're there to nurture you and to encourage you. So guys, I encourage you to draw your own fish and color it and post your pictures under this video so that I can come back and take a peek and see your creations. So I'm gonna go for now, but I'm gonna keep coloring my happy little fish. I'll see you again next time, guys. Bye.